the main purpose of writing a song is to get the song idea. It starts with the song idea. What do you need for that? You need rhythms and melodies. So when you're writing a song, especially lyrics, I wouldn't worry too much about getting everything perfect. Write what's in your head. You may have a syllable, a vowel too many in a line. You'll find that out when you're recording.
Yeah. Well, like often, you just show up. You might have a verse, part of a chorus, or something like that, and some rhythmic ideas. So
but the main thing,
right there.
yeah, the main thing is creativity takes flow, and if you're stopping the flow to make sure all your English is correct, you're gonna come up with less. You're just it's gonna be less natural. So if you got a rhythmic phrase in your head and a rhythmic melody, even if the words are going to change a little, write down what you have. Yeah. And here's a good example. Our song One-Eyed Joe. Okay, so the lyrics say, one evening in Texas, I was riding with a friend of mine. I was riding on a horse named Joe, and one eye he was blind. Okay, that had all my melodies in it and everything I needed. But when you get into the studio, you're going to look back and say, what's wrong with this? Okay, it's leaving me a little...
I'm feeling weird.
Yeah, I feel a little weird about this. Yeah. So just as you're using the word I too much, it's too repetitive.
In riding, we're using the word riding too much.
Okay, I use the word riding and I.
Yeah.
So what I do is said, one evening in Texas, we kept that.
Yeah.
I was riding with a friend of mine. We kept that.
Yeah.
Okay, we could one evening in Texas, riding with a friend of mine.
Right, yeah.
So we dropped the I.
Yeah.
I was saddled on a horse named Joe.
Yeah,
so instead of I was riding
yeah.
on a horse named Joe, we used a completely different word. Very creative. I was saddled on a horse named Joe.
It was so much better too. I mean, it just took you. It painted a picture of where you were.
Right.
Not just riding on a horse named Joe. I was saddled. You pictured the whole thing in your mind with that.
And
word.
I was able to keep my same melody.
Yeah.
And all I did is drop one word and change one word. Right. That's it. Yeah. I and saddle. Right. And that was it. So then we move on to the second verse. Second part of that verse. We were, and I said, we were riding through the fields that day just as fast as a horse could go. And we got riding again. So I switched it and said moving. We were moving through the fields that day, right. Just as fast as a horse could go.
Right. Yeah. It took us all of about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
To straighten that stuff out.
And then I used we again. It's 2 lines away. Yeah. We were heading straight for a tree. I was blinded by the sun. So again, we fixed that by dropping a word and changing it. It's a subtle change to keep in the melody.
Right. And there's some of those extra words like like we, I, me, my. Those are the type of words that are we've heard them, so they're kind of implied at this point. You can say you don't have to say those words again, basically.
Yeah, you don't.
Because whoever's listening will get that idea. It won't sound so cluttered.
And if you feel like you have to, you can do what you often have me do, which is not say the word I square, I was, it's I was. It was. You can say it.
Something like that. Yeah,
it was. Yeah. And that's a studio thing. That doesn't have anything to do with writing a song. When you're writing a song, you go ahead and say that word we if you want. That helps you keep your subject in the pocket there. Yeah. And then later on when you're in the studio, it's good to take a look and be willing to drop a word, change a word. It's easy. You'll find that you can really do it.
Yeah, and it's always good. I always say that, it's like once you've heard it, it's like, okay, you can sing it a million times, you hear it back, it's like, wow, I really noticed that there's a lot of this word, or if you're playing something, there's a lot of this note, or there's too many notes, or whatever. It's just hearing it back for the first time. Is always, you'll always want to change stuff.
Yeah.
So if there's nothing else that I do more with people that are singing is have them drop words all the time.
Yeah, and repetition is great.
Yeah.
Repetition. Everybody will say a band like AC/DC is repetitious. Well, that's great. Once Angus was quoted as saying, people say that we have 10 albums that all sound the same. And that isn't true. We have 11 albums that all sound the same.
Yeah.
And because the repetition is their secret. It is what catches people's ears.
Yeah.
But you can make subtle changes. It's like McNugget in the mustard, McNugget in the barbecue. Right? It's a little bit of flavor, man.
Sounds really good.
Just a little change. Same thing with a slight different flavor will make your songwriting give it more continuity. and more flow.
There's a McDonald's next door.
Yes, there is one. Now I made myself hungry. So anyway, my advice in short is write what you're hearing in your head. Don't try to correct it. Get as much down as you can, and hopefully you got a songwriting partner like I do, who will then just tell you, hey, some of this is a little monotonous, or this word isn't singable. Some words just aren't that singable.
Yeah,
and
that's true. That's another thing too. You can't make every word sound super musical.
I often use the word world. You can see that in a lot of my songs. It's a hard word to say, world.
Is it one syllable or two syllables? I've had this discussion with singers before. Well, it's one syllable. I don't know. Is it world? Or is it
World. I hear too. World.
Some people say it's one syllable. I think it's two, but it depends on how you use it. Right? In a lot of words.
So when you're in the studio, write that word. If that word helps your lyrics.
Yeah.
In the studio, you slur it. World.
Yeah.
In my world.
Yeah.
Don't enunciate it all the way. Right. You're a different player in the studio than you are as a songwriter. Get your words clear when you're writing the song, and then adapt in the studio. Change it to make it more musical, or change it completely to make it less monotonous, or give it more flow. When you find a word is hard to sing, look for another way to say the same thing.